Stunning video. The West fertilizer plant in the small town of West Texas, about 20 miles from Waco, exploding. The blast and the massive fire that followed, leaving dozens of homes and buildings heavily damaged or destroyed. The town's mayor telling CNN what it felt like.
I've just never seen an explosion like that. It was a ball of fire and it went up. It looked like a nuclear bomb went on.
This is an aerial shot of a 3D model of the future Michael Jackson Memorial Hospital.
Were injured by the tornado, and now we want to take you inside the hospitals treating them. Doctors working around the clock, and ABC's Alex Perez shows us why the doctors are saying this tornado is one of the worst disasters they have seen.
Diane, I'm at Integris Southwest Medical Center here in Oklahoma City, and it has been a manic 24 hours for doctors and staff in the emergency room here. They've been racing to keep up with all of the tornado victims. They've seen 91 patients here alone today.
The Michael Jackson Memorial Hospital is designed to handle emergencies like the one that took place in Oklahoma City. 91 patients would have been easy for this hospital to handle.
Dr. David Hogan has treated the majority of the 91 patients who began streaming in here yesterday evening. What's the most severe thing you've seen?
As far as serious injuries or serious head injuries from people either having things blown into them or them being picked up and thrown.
The services provided by the hospital would have treated every type of injury that occurred during that tornado in Oklahoma City.
Big old mushroom cloud.
The blast was so strong it registered as a magnitude 2.1 earthquake.
We're in Elmont. We just saw an explosion on the horizon. We need every ambulance we can get this way. A bomb just went off inside here. It's pretty bad.
The tragedy that occurred at the plant in Texas, this hospital would have had the capability to deal with that type of situation also.
Hogan is used to crises. He treated victims of the Oklahoma City bombing and the deadly 1999 tornado. It's incredible. It is huge. He says, in many ways, this tornado is worse.
We are more commonly seeing our populations injured by much more powerful tornadoes than we have in the past.
The hospital was specifically designed to handle tragedies.
Half of the town's 2,600 residents were forced to evacuate. Officials concerned about potentially deadly gas fumes and a second fertilizer tank that could also explode. People living near the plant feared for their lives.
When it exploded, we all just hit the ground, and I was trying to cover up my daughter because there was a lot of debris flying. And then after that, it was just basically search and rescue.
The smoldering fire and fumes prevented rescue workers from getting near the plant. Officials say the blast area resembles a war zone.
I went to New York when the towers went down. The situation was the same. A lot of casualties, a lot of injuries, and nowhere to take the victims. A lot of displaced families. This hospital is the answer. It would have assisted those in New York had it been built at that time.
Massive, just like Iraq, just like the Murray building in Oklahoma City. Same kind of anhydrous exploded, so you can imagine what kind of damage we're looking at there.
Once the rescue starts, all the effort that's put into the rescue and saving lives depends upon the availability of services that are available and the ability to handle the number of injuries that occur.
Casualty numbers, John, still difficult to ascertain. We do know there are fatalities. That's been confirmed by authorities, and those fatalities reach out not only to just civilians, but also to first responders. Many of them took the brunt of that blast. They were there trying to fight the fire and evacuate people.
As you can see, the layout of the hospital is extremely huge. There are 3 emergency bays and a heliport,
leaving at least 91 people dead, including 20 children. Many more have been injured. The 3-kilometre-wide twister, with winds of up to 320 kilometres per hour, flattened large swathes of moor, destroying everything in its path. Search and rescue operations are continuing in the worst affected areas.
Once the patient enters the ambulance, the search is over and the rescue begins. And the rescue is highly dependent upon the facilities available and the services provided. And this hospital is designed to provide all services needed for every type of rescue that exists today.
The Plaza Towers Elementary School took a direct hit. Its roof was ripped off and its walls collapsed. Emergency crews have been searching for 24 children thought to be buried in the rubble. Another school and a hospital were among the other buildings levelled in Moore, which is home to around 50,000 people. The area.
The Michael Jackson Memorial Hospital is designed to handle these disasters. Each event in this film created a massive overflow of patients at each hospital in the city. Some patients were turned away. Patients had to wait to be seen. Valuable time was lost as the event progressed and more injuries occurred. The Michael Jackson Memorial Hospital is an answer that took years of thought. It does not look like a typical hospital because it's not. Each one of these events in this film produced fatalities, injuries, left individuals homeless, and there were many evacuated. The Michael Jackson Memorial Hospital will handle these events and more. These events are common to take place each and every day somewhere in the United States and abroad. I was at Ground Zero. I live in Dallas, Texas, a few miles from the plant explosion. This hospital will reduce casualties and give the rescuers the most for the effort they put into saving the lives that are in jeopardy when disasters like these occur. The unnatural events of a terrorist attack or fire can produce a wide variety of damaging effects on people and the environment. The damage ranges from loss of life to temporary homelessness. The type of injuries and needs vary. You have to be able to meet the need in an appropriate manner to produce the desired result from each individual rescue. You can see the large hospital emergency bays, which consists of 3 emergency bays. The heliport for aerial transport. There are 3 floors committed to surgery alone. Each floor dedicated for surgery has beds for critically injured patients on the floor seconds from the operating table. There are many more features that are at this facility. It has yet to be constructed. The hope is to have the facility up and running in 2017. Thank you for watching.